This is Kevin Blackistone, columnist for AOL Sports fanhouse.com, here in LA to talk about what the Lakers have to do in order to win the NBA Finals, which would be a first for Kobe without a superstar Shaquille O'Neal at his side. At my side, Brett Polikoff, Eli Sakba, and we're here to exchange a few ideas about this whole game. I think I know what LA has to do. Basically, they have to get out and run. They have to get Kobe the ball, and he has to really lead their offense. And I think he's capable of doing that, obviously, and I think he wants to do that. He didn't do it last year. But one thing that stood out to me in the Denver series, he really loaded up when it came to the offensive side of the ball. 34 points a game in that series, which is Jordan-esque. I mean, Jordan averaged a career record in the playoffs, 33-point-something per game. That was actually an awesome performance.
But the thing is, Kevin, for the Lakers to win, they have to show up. You don't know which Laker team will show up. Will it be the team that lost to the Houston JV team by 20 or the team that showed up in Denver and got them? What do you say, Brett?
I think for the Lakers, it's real simple. The Orlando Magic like to shoot the three, and they shoot it better than anybody else, in the league as a team. For the Lakers to beat Orlando, they cannot let them have wide open looks from three-point land. And if they stay at home on the three-point shooters, contain Dwight Howard to just under 30 points a game, I think they won't have any problems.
Well, I think they've got two big guys that can do that. I mean, I think that Andrew Bynum and Paul Gasol will have a better chance of kind of holding Dwight Howard to less than Superman numbers than the last series around.
Now, if Jameer Nelson plays, do you limit the minutes of Derek Fisher? Do you put in more Shannon, more Jordan Farmar?
You know what? I run everybody at him because Jameer Nelson's not going to be in basketball shape. And I can't imagine him playing a whole lot of minutes. I can't even imagine him really playing because they're in such a good rhythm right now. I don't know if you'd want to disrupt that. But if Jameer Nelson plays, I think the Lakers would be good to run everybody at him that's on the roster as a guard. Wear him out.
I think we'll see Nelson, at least once in one of the first two games, just because he's been practicing with the team, and Van Gundy isn't afraid to make adjustments on the fly. He'll use everything in his arsenal that he can, especially at the finals. But if he doesn't produce, he's going to be out of there, and I don't think we'll see him the rest of the series.
I tell you, the other thing the Lakers have to do is they have to get more good games out of Derek Fisher. I mean, Derek Fisher has been a big shot artist for this team for a long time, and I tell you what, this playoffs, he's really looked old.
He looked very heavy. He did not look light on his feet, especially Aaron Brooks was breezing by him 80 miles an hour, and Fisher's going 15 in the school zone limit. And I don't know, the way I look at it, if the Lakers really want to win and they want to advance, they have to first step up the defense and the intensity. Sometimes they look so, they could be up by 15, 20, and they sit in the backseat and they're taking it easy and they're eating popcorn and watching Jack Nicholson making jokes, and before they know it, they're down by 5.
Well, don't you think the embarrassment of last year is going to make a difference too?
I think absolutely. The experience factor, the fact that they're now in the finals again, they kind of made it all the way through. And I think they really showed, especially in that closeout game in Denver, that they're not playing around and that they finally got their act together and they realize, what's at stake at this point. I think they're more than ready to take on a Magic team that, really just looks happy to be there at this point.
Yeah, and the other thing they get in this team is they're not going to get a team that necessarily is going to punk them like Denver tried to do or like the Celtics did last year, which really put that label on the Lakers as being a soft team.
The only thing is that, Orlando, they kind of have an advantage. They have a player from Poland. They have a player from Turkey. They have the international. They have a player from France. Well, Petrus, nobody's even mentioning him because during the regular season, he didn't even play against the Lakers. So it's going to be interesting to see.
Kobe's from Italy. Gasol's from overseas. Vujovic. They got a few guys.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's the same.
Well, thank you very much for breaking this segment down. And this is Kevin Blackistone for fanhouse.com, and that's our look at what the Lakers need to do to win the NBA Finals.